You know that feeling, right? You walk into a room with a purpose, you're on a mission, and then, poof, it's gone. You're just standing there wondering, wait, what did I come in here for? Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, if that sounds familiar, please don't panic. I promise your brain's not broken. It's just that sometimes it needs a little help, a few clever tricks to get it working at its best.
And that's exactly what we do here at ZenXHacks. We give you simple, science-backed hacks to help you level up your life every single day. So are you ready? Let's get right into it.
All right, kicking things off with hack number 1.
So, this first one is called the absurd images method, and it's all based on something called the von Restorff Effect. Basically, your brain loves weird stuff. It's wired to remember things that stand out. So let's say you need to remember eggs, soap, and a notebook. Instead of just repeating those words, picture this: a giant egg taking a bubble bath while scribbling notes in a notebook. The more ridiculous and vivid you make that picture in your head, the more it's going to stick. Seriously, the sillier, the better.
Okay, on to our next hack. This one is completely different, but just as powerful.
This one's called the Memory Palace method, and it uses a superpower your brain already has: spatial memory. It's based on this ancient trick called the method of Loci. Here's how it works. Pick a place you know like the back of your hand, your house, your apartment, whatever. Now, if you need to remember a shopping list, you visually place each item in a different spot. Imagine milk spilling all over your doormat, a loaf of bread swinging from the living room fan. Maybe your car keys are floating in the fish tank. Then to remember the list, all you do is take a mental walk through your house. It's crazy effective.
All right, hack number 3. This one taps into something we all love: a good story.
This is the story chain method. See, our brains are just not built to remember random facts. But stories, we're wired for them. It's called the narrative memory principle. So, if you need to remember 3 random words like dog, ball, and moon, don't just repeat them. Make up a quick story. The dog kicked the ball so hard it flew all the way to the moon. Boom. That little story acts like glue for your brain, connecting those random ideas together so you can't forget them.
Okay, next up, we're going to tackle information overload. This brings us to hack number 4.
This is called chunking, and it's based on something called Miller's Law. The idea is simple. Our brains can only handle about 7 pieces of info at a time. I mean, look at that number on the left, 1998276. It's just a mess, right? But look at the right. The second you chunk it into 2 smaller bits, 1998 and 276, it becomes super easy to remember. This is exactly why phone numbers and credit card numbers are always broken up into little groups.
All right, hack number 5. This one is a game changer because it's not just about memorizing, it's about actually understanding.
It's called the Feynman Technique, and the quote says it all. If you can't explain it, you don't know it. Think about it. When you try to teach something to someone else, or hey, even just explain it out loud to yourself, you're forced to boil it down to its simplest parts. That process forces your brain to really get it, and it locks that information into your long-term memory. It is the ultimate test to see if you really know your stuff.
Okay, we've all been there. Last-minute cramming. Well, our next hack is the ultimate antidote to that. Let's look at hack number 6. This is spaced repetition. It's designed to fight something called the forgetting curve, which is basically our brain's natural tendency to just forget things over time. So instead of cramming everything in one night, you review the information at specific times. You might look at it after 1 day, then again in 3 days, and then again in a week. Each time you review it, it's like you're reinforcing that memory, making that connection in your brain stronger and stronger. You're basically telling your brain, hey, this is important, don't forget it.
And here we are, our final hack. This one is probably the most active and one of the most powerful. Hack number 7. It's all about quizzing yourself. This is based on something called the testing effect. See, just rereading your notes feels like you're doing something, but it's pretty passive. The real magic happens when you force your brain to pull that information out of storage. That's what a quiz does. That little struggle to remember an answer, that's like a workout for your brain. It's literally what builds a stronger, more lasting memory. And there you have it, 7 incredible science-backed hacks for a smarter memory. We talked about making things weird with absurd images, building a memory palace, connecting ideas with a story chain, breaking things down with chunking, teaching it back to really learn it, beating the clock with spaced repetition, and strengthening those memories by quizzing yourself. See, having a better memory isn't about magic. It's a skill, and now you have the tools.
So now I've got to ask, looking at all these, which one are you going to try first?
Take a second, think about it. Which one seems like it would fit into your life right now? Let me know. Drop the number in the comments below. I'm really curious to see which ones you guys like the best.
And hey, if you got something out of this, if you learned a cool new trick, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and maybe share this with a friend who could use a little memory boost.
Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next ZenX episode.